Hello everyone and welcome back to Gods of Victory NIKKE. So, last time around we finally delved into the Ice Dragon Saga and we finished story 1, last part. And now today we're going to see about doing the Ice Dragon Saga story 2. Now what I'm hoping will happen is after completing story 2, that this gateway over here is going to open up, so I can get in here and get the remaining collectibles that I have for the tally here in this section. Because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All the remaining 5 that I need are inside this locked off area. So, what I'm assuming will happen is, after playing through story 2, I'm assuming that section's gonna open up so I can then get those items. Maybe. And last time when we left off story-wise, Maiden was actually saying that she was going to memory wipe herself after this whole situation was done with, but hopefully by the time we reach the ending of the story, hopefully that doesn't happen. So let's go ahead and reassemble the team.
Let's get this party started!
Preparation finished.
Actually, hold on.
Is it about?
Are we gonna go play a game? Sounds fun. Ready to go.
Let's get this party.
My turn? I suppose I'll have to finish this up.
There we go. Yeah, this team should easily be more than enough for completing all of story 2. And of course, it's still gonna be a while till hard mode unlocks.
On to our next story.
And of course, once hard mode unlocks, then by completing hard mode, we'll get a bonus cutscene.
A mass shooting took place in the city last night around 9 p.m. Current reports state that 8 citizens were killed and more than 20 seriously injured. Citizens have gathered at the scene to voice their anger. The NIKKE responsible for the massacre was disposed of on the spot, but it does not seem that the outrage of the protesters who have gathered on the streets will subside anytime soon. At the same time, additional protests led by certain NIKKE phobia groups are causing further damage.
There you are. Let's go back. Guillotine?
Ingrid, this is because of me. I hesitated and Chloe got hurt and people died. I knew that NIKKE was irregular and anything she said was complete gibberish. I knew that, and yet I still hesitated. Now look at what's happened. Innocent people are dead and there's panic in the streets. And Chloe, my only friend, was injured and I'm the one to blame. This is all my fault. All of it.
Guillotine, I told you. It's time to go back.
Go back? Go back to where? To Extrinsic? Back to the old routine? I couldn't even complete the one mission assigned to me. I wasn't able to protect the only friend I had left. Now there's nothing left for me. What do I have to go back to?
So then, will you remain standing still? Will you not move forward?
I told you. There's nothing left for me. Where would I go? For what?
Stop babbling and answer my question, Gio.
Team?
Guillotine hastily rises and bangs her head into the suit of armor.
Ouch.
It's an enemy ambush!
You're finally awake. Sorry, I didn't realize you'd bolt upright like that.
Wait, was that you, partner?
You bumped into my armor pretty hard. Are you okay?
Don't worry. This body of mine is...
Just then, Guillotine stops, realizing that she is being held in the armored knight's arms.
Guillotine, are you okay?
It's just... How should I say this? Don't you think we're a bit close for comfort? Of course it doesn't bother me at all. I'm only pointing it out in case you're uncomfortable.
Well, that can't be good.
What the... What's going on out there?
Ice barrier.
Bullets flying from all directions slam into the ice barrier.
Everybody knows not to fight in certain safe zones, villages included. Gamers these days don't even follow the basic rules. So uneducated.
So, griefers.
Don't they care about getting shadow banned?
The Big O was conceived under oppression.
Oh yeah, that's right. Mustang decided to invade the village, and he brought along the queens of the underworld, Sakura, Rosanna, and Moran.
Grew in the cradle of discrimination, and will one day fall into the grave of destruction. This is karma. Basic rules? Those aren't important to me. I will do as my heart pleases.
Wow. That's the kind of nonsense I usually expect to hear from Guillotine.
Maiden. Oh, right, you're called Ice Rose in this world, aren't you?
No. You must have me confused with another mage.
Fine. Titles aren't that important anyway. Maiden, you have something that Lord Mustang of the Four Heavenly Kings wants. If you don't hand over the hero, then we will take them by force.
I'd like to see you try. You better be prepared, though. The only one who has ever gone up against me and won is Psy Control.
As Sakura raises her hand, the Big O members surrounding her load their weapons in unison.
The moon is beautiful. The night is still long. Spend a bit more time with me, please.
I never thought I'd end up hearing that again in these circumstances.
Commander?
Move, Maiden. Speed is power. Have you ever been cut at the speed of light, Sakura?
So, fun fact, I do believe the context for what the commander says there, specifically this bit, I believe in context when she said these lines, I believe these same words she actually used in the Beautiful Shot event, because there's a certain moment in that event where you and Sakura get more or less isolated for a while on a small island. So you and her essentially have kind of some romantic alone time together. So that pretty much explains why the phrasing, I never thought I'd end up hearing that again in these circumstances, pretty much comes into play because of that previous event.
Death comes instantaneously. Charging down from the second floor of the inn, Guillotine cuts down Sakura in one swift strike.
Destroyed.
Ugh, you idiot!
It's like during that event, it's like you get some of Sakura's backstory, as well as I believe a little bit in terms of Rosanna and Viper's backstories, but then in terms of like what goes on between you and Sakura, like there is kissing involved, yes, but there is the potential that it went a step further, but they didn't elaborate on it, but you can kind of get the hint that that's what happened.
Anytime, anywhere.
Yeah, and thankfully, well, by this point, day reset, but thankfully, those extra goes I purchased didn't expire.
You're not too bad at fighting, Commander.
I get pretty nimble if I want to.
Is that so?
I mean, don't get any ideas. Not this time.
It looks to me like we could clear the final boss even without Guillotine. How about you and I stay back and watch the ending unfold? Just the two of us.
As much as I would like that, we kind of need to continue on with the story. Anyway, what's our next step?
Jeez, talk about giving me the cold shoulder.
Kind of ironic, being that she has ice powers.
Well, Sakura mentioned something about Lord Mustang and 4 Heavenly Kings. The 4 Heavenly Kings. When you acquire the ultimate weapon in a game, there's usually a corresponding event where you encounter an enemy to test it on. The fact I didn't anticipate such a common series of events is a serious dent to my gaming cred.
Are you saying those enemies attacked because we attained the hero sword?
Don't worry too much. Those 4 Heavenly Kings that came barging in are merely a test of our power. Once we defeat one of them, more will appear. That was the weakest amongst us. My power level is over 9,000!
Yep, she went there. She freaking... That is flat out a Dragon Ball Z reference.
Those are rookie numbers! Mine's over 530,000!
And that's pretty much a quote from Frieza.
They'll be spouting off all sorts of nonsense like these. Anyway.
I mean, there's been several other game and anime references, so go figure they had to throw it. Go figure that they would throw a Dragon Ball Z reference in here, which I definitely do not mind.
We only have one more day to complete our mission. We have to get a move on. We will defeat the 4 Heavenly Kings and take down the final boss in one fell swoop. Should we first direct our attacks at the Heavenly King who attacked the village?
Where should we go?
Good question.
If it's the 4 Heavenly Kings, they're probably at the association. I've been hearing strange voices coming from there for a while now. Stuff like, entertainment!
It's funny hearing her mimic Mustang. It's Mustang.
No doubt about it.
So it's the hedonistic dance king. As a fellow destruction type, I'm not so compatible with him.
Sure, that's why.
Looks like we decided our next course. Or, looks like we decided our next course of action. Let's head to the association.
Before we leave, I want to confirm something. Guillotine, are you back to normal?
What do you mean?
Yep, you're back to normal, all right.
Great.
I'd like to remind you once again, do not use the lethal eye anymore. Got it?
But what if we're in danger?
Don't make me repeat myself.
I'll consider your proposal.
Ugh.
Can we go now?
Just a minute, everyone. You must be exhausted after that battle. You can rest here. I'll bring you something to eat.
Everybody, run.
Maiden, didn't you say we were in a hurry?
We certainly are. We need to leave right away.
Sorry, Emma, but duty calls.
Oh? They all took off again, and so quickly. Well then, wishing you all a safe adventure.
On the way to the association, various skirmishes are taking place. One of which is a battle that gets on everyone's nerves.
I thought I told you to get lost. Stop loitering around here.
Jeez. Aren't you being a bit harsh? Don't you know that I just got here? Now's finally my time to shine. I can't just pack up and leave without doing anything.
You're so annoying. We aren't a part of the heroes' party. All you're doing is wasting time. That's why everyone thinks you're a moron.
What?
Judge, if I may, I'd ask you to leave this moron to me. You can handle the rest. I keep telling you that I'm not a judge.
Elsewhere, a battle of exceeding awkwardness is taking place.
Something tells me Privity's involved with that one.
What the? How are you still alive? I thought all of LaPlaza's companions were killed.
What a silly question to ask! That's because I'm no heroic accomplice, but a villain!
Come again?
All of you posers, stop trying to act like villains and get lost! I've decided to claim this place for myself!
Though the funny thing is, Drake is borderline the opposer herself. Because she talks like she's a villain, but yet she's just a goofball.
What are you talking about? Anyway, you've taken this a step too far. Come at me. I'll take you on.
I hope you're ready, Privity.
Me?
Oh, I was right. Privity's involved with this one.
Didn't you say before that you could take a thug like that down by yourself?
When did I ever say that? They seem pretty peeved.
Huh, don't worry. I'll deal with them. All you need to focus on is casting your magic spell.
Magic spell? I'm not sure if I want to do that.
Then you leave me no choice, Privity. If you fail to live up to what this world expects of you, you will soon fall into the clutches of the Big O.
Okay, I'll do it. Become tastier. Coochie.
Oh boy. All of Drake's stats have increased due to Privity's spell.
That's more like it. All right, let's go take on Rosanna.
Thanks to the adventurers who bravely opposed the Big O, Guillotine and her party are able to reach the association unencumbered. Once there, they encounter the first of the 4 heavenly kings.
Ah, so you're finally here! I've been waiting for all of you!
So I'm guessing something changed down here. There's Privity, Drake, and Rosanna. Wait a minute. Oh, there's a chibi version of Mustang. Huh. I didn't figure that existed. Actually, before I resume story 2, might as well clean some of these goodies here. Once it loads, there we go. And clean those. Back into story 2 we go. Yeah, since this repeatable stage is not going to be a cutscene.
How am I supposed to fight in this outfit?
Performing reload sequence.
Honestly, with how strong my team is at the moment, I probably won't even need to switch things up for hard mode.
This battle's finished. Moving on.
Of course, similar to the second anniversary, the hard mode stages are excluded to story 2. But yeah, I'll need to go to the shop pretty soon once I complete the 8th stage. Yeah, once I complete stage 8 of story 2, I'll need to pop a visit to the shop so I can get more entries.
Allow me to make one proposition. As you know, only one day remains until the winter's bane reigns in totality. Everyone will freeze to death. And the perfect new world under the controlled total of the Big O will be born! Should you interfere with my plans, damnation is all that awaits you!
Mustang, the hedonistic dance king himself. I ask you, do you truly think such threats will work on me, Guillotine de Mephisto?
Okay then, I shall grant you mercy. This time, I will push me adorable girls back and take you down one by one myself!
Are you saying you're going to fight honorably? Very well. We will send out one of our party as well. I'll even let you choose.
Guillotine. I would suggest hitting him hard and then launching an all-out attack once he's knocked down.
What? A hero such as I would never stoop so low. Now tell me, Mustang, who shall be your first opponent?
The knight in armor, Avance!
Of course. Is he talking about me? He is, isn't he?
Yes. You shall be my first adversary!
Okay, fine. Finally, a chance for a proper fight.
You sound like you've been looking forward to this.
I'm usually the one in the back issuing orders, so this is a rare opportunity. Even if going up against Mustang does make me a bit uneasy, I'll give it all my all.
Such courageous. Truly fitting for one who is a hero's companion. Maintenant, you and I shall commencer the dance battle!
Of course. Of course he would pick a freaking dance battle. Wait, what?
Up, down, left, and right.
Wait a minute, that's the start of the Konami code.
Mustang, the Heavenly King, dances his elaborate dance under the moonlight.
And that brings my dance to a close! Now, it's your turn. Can you measure up?
Come on, partner. You can do it. I have faith in you.
Alright, I'll give it a shot. Wait a minute, this first one. Down, down, up, up, left, right, A, B. This is a reference to the Konami code. And of course, those who don't know, that is a very, very classic, like, it's one of the most well-known cheat codes ever used in pretty much gaming history, and it's been referenced in pretty much a lot of things over the years, and it's always a classic reference. Heck, one of the most modern ones I can think of that referenced the Konami code was in the first Wreck-It Ralph movie. So, why not? First one.
Do you know what I hate the most? Cheaters!
That. So he's aware too. It is the part of the Konami code.
I shall never pardon you for this!
It's like the fact that Mustang actually calls us out as being cheaters, it makes sense because that is part of the Konami code, because it's down, it's more or less down, down, up, up. Yeah, it's down, down, up, left, right, A, B, start. That's usually the Konami code.
At that very moment.
Well, that sounds like volume's getting involved.
The blast of an electric guitar rings out from deep inside the association.
Stand to them.
I was trying to kill some time until my next performance, but I couldn't watch this poor showing any longer.
What? Take me on, young lady! You will face me!
Sure. You okay with that, manager?
It makes way more sense for you to be doing this than me.
Exactly what I was thinking. All right, time to end this.
Let's see you try this on the side! For this is my best dance! And tail mount!
Left, right, up, left, and right. Down, up, right, and again right. Mustang performs an even flashier and more entertaining dance.
Now, it's your turn. Can you follow that one?
Screw this. It's like I always say.
Okay, so if no one was thinking about getting this game before, this is it. This art piece alone is a very strong contender as to why this skin would be pretty tempting to get. It's like that is like, oof. It's like, Volume, you are making it very, very hard to resist buying that skin.
Shoot first, ask questions later.
Can't argue with that.
I've been beaten.
This is real life, not child's play.
You dastardly! Other heavenly kings stronger than me will soon appear. As strong as I am, I'm the weakest amongst us all. Entertainment.
The Heavenly King Mustang has fallen.
Well, that was a bit anticlimactic.
Totally.
I told him we'd give him a fair fight.
Thanks. Really, thank you.
Don't thank me just yet. There are still remnants of the Big O in the village. Wait here a moment. I'll take care of it.
There's no need for that. Now that Mustang has fallen, the adventures in our association can mop up the rest. The most important thing right now is the Winter's Bane. As the Heavenly King said, there's only one day left. After that, the Winter's Bane will cover the entire world. Guillotine or Hero, the adventurers will protect the village. So you must go defeat the White Ice Dragon and end the Winter's Bane. Most pressingly, you must bring this story to its most satisfying conclusion. One that Chloe can accept. One which Chloe finds fulfilling. A long time has passed since this story began. You're prepared to deliver the best ending for Chloe, are you not?
I'm not ready.
Could you not mumble in front of everyone? It brings back some bad memories.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Anyway, I will show you all the way to the Demon King's castle, north of our village. There's a portal created by the hero Laplace's companion Maxwell. If you take that portal, you will be transported directly in front of the Demon King's castle. I will open up the portal so you can use it.
So it's a shortcut. Got it.
The only thing is that not everyone can enter the Demon King's castle. Only those possessing the courage to move forward may gain access. Keep that in mind.
Only those possessing the courage to move forward. Okay. Let's all find Vesti and head let's all find Vesti and head to the Demon King's castle.
No, manager. I'll look for Vesti on my own. You don't have to concern yourself with her. I was planning on staying behind in the village to do some mopping up anyway. They're the ones who ruined my stage, so I've got to deal with them personally. Once I'm finished here, Vesti and I will join up with you. You can head straight to the Demon King's castle. Understand?
Commander, we don't have much time left. Let's do as Volume says.
Alright. I'll leave Vesti to you. Please, be careful.
Don't worry about me. Worry about yourselves. You're the ones heading straight into the Lion's Den.
Defeat the White Ice Dragon and save the world from destruction. As the hero and her retinue set out for the Demon King's castle, they feel the burden of their tremendous mission, even though they all know exactly how the journey would end.
Volume has left the party. Vesti has left the party.
Enemy aircraft confirmed.
It's like, I do kind of want to stay free to play as much as possible, but it's like, I gotta admit, with that volume skin, it's like, they make it really, really tempting, not gonna lie. And to be fair, at least, well, one thing I can say and compliment about the mission pass is that, yeah, it's $20, but, well, at least for like my region, it's $20. But on the other hand, not like the costume gacha, you are at least guaranteed to get other stuff leading up to the special costume, unlike the costume gacha where it's basically RNG whether or not you get the other stuff up to the costume or if you get the costume right away. Because people could spend like up to like, I want to say on average 60
travels through the portal.
People could spend on average of like $60 just to get these special skins from the gacha, like the like Cinderella's gacha skin and Scarlet Black Shadow's gacha skins.
And finds themselves in a village completely frozen over by the winter's bane. It clearly illustrates that they are one step closer to the White Ice Dragon at the Demon King's castle, and that the end of the story is drawing near.
A world where everything is frozen. What a desolate place.
Painfully so.
Huh? Do you see that over there? Is that some kind of light?
Let's check it out.
The party eventually reaches a place with a bonfire. Or more precisely, a rifle which has been propped in the ground is belching fire from the barrel. Beside the fire is Exia, sitting in a plastic chair.
Exia?
I thought you'd gone into hiding after our first meeting. So this is where you've been.
Ah, so it's you. El Telema Solos. So you've come to this place for the White Ice Dragon.
Take a look at this, Exia. These are my companions. Contrary to what you said, I am not without companions.
Unfortunately for you, utterly bereft of companions, you are fated to die in loneliness.
You're still blabbering about that?
This is a world based on Guillotine's nymph. So, that's not Exia.
Nope.
At least, not the Exia I know. Oh. All right, Exia. First things first. If we sit by the bonfire, will you enhance our stats?
Yep. Dark Souls reference.
Go to the icebound Demon King's castle, where the source of this winter's bane resides. If you wish to be a hero, this is what you must do, even if you have no companions.
Exia?
Yeah, she's gonna pretty much function like a typical NPC. Or even like Soul Series NPCs, where they have just a specific dialogue tree, and then once that's all exhausted, you pretty much have nothing to do but move on.
Ah, so it's you. El Telema Solos.
Is this just another NPC that repeats the same few lines?
Yep.
Let's ignore her and move along.
Yep, exactly what I was saying. Yep, pretty much any Soul Series NPC mentality are just NPCs in general.
Before that, may I offer a suggestion?
What is it?
Before we head into the Demon King's castle, we should at least discuss a method to defeat the White Ice Dragon. Don't you think?
Wow, you're learning. Well, since our goal is a flawless no-death run...
A no-death run? Yeah. Don't expect me to try that with certain games, that's for sure. Because, yeah, if I was to try a no-death run for, like, any of the Souls franchise or any other extremely difficult game, for me, borderline impossible, because I would essentially need, like, very, like, almost a methodical level of practice in order to actually go through the game without a death, because there have been people in the past that have done no death runs, and yeah, it could be very difficult, very straining, and it's like, well, then of course you have certain games that have a permadeath feature where on certain difficulties, if you die in game at any point, you either have to start a certain section of the game over again, or the entire game over again, especially when it comes to trying to complete said challenge for, say, a trophy or achievement.
It's only right that we discuss how to defeat the White Ice Dragon in advance.
Plus, some people like to do a no-death run as like kind of an artificial challenge too.
We'll also need to figure out a few safety measures, since we need to finish the raid without anyone bowing out prematurely.
The battle hasn't even begun, and I can feel my blood starting to boil. So, Maiden, what should I do?
What you need to do is simple. Just don't use the lethal eye.
What?
Do you remember what happened both times after you've used it recently?
How could I forget? Every time after I've used it, I wake up in the inn. Hold on. Don't tell me.
That's right.
Maiden explains what happened to Guillotine both times after using the lethal eye.
So that's what's been going on. In the past, I sealed the one-winged Dark Lord away in my right eye. Afterwards, I have used its power to defeat evil, but without breaking the seal entirely. Every time I have unleashed that power, I have felt it. I have felt the one-winged Dark Lord biding its time, waiting for a moment of weakness from me. Waiting for the day when the seal is broken to take control of my body. No wonder I felt the power in my eye become stronger since coming to this world. It was all the work of the one-winged Dark Lord.
So, if you keep using the lethal eye, the seal may end up breaking?
You pick things up quickly, Ice Rose. As expected of you. Indeed, if I unleash the full power contained within this eye of mine, the seal will be broken, and the one-winged Dark Lord will take over my body.
Ugh. You fabricating wild stories like that is why all this happened in the first place. I'm so tired.
Guillotine, can you tell us more about the one-winged Dark Lord?
Oh no. Now you're interested in the one-winged Dark Lord as well, partner. It seeks to create a world ruled by silence. It is an evil entity, and it will eliminate anything that stands in its way.
So that's why it attacked us?
All the more reason not to use your eye. What do you plan to do if the one-winged Dark Lord assumes complete control? You're a member of Extrinsic as well, Guillotine. When we say that our targets are irregulars, that doesn't refer only to corrupted NIKKEs, but to any and all NIKKEs that pose a threat to the Ark. And it's safe to say that the one-winged Dark Lord could be considered such a threat.
So, if the demon does indeed possess me completely, I must ask of you.
Huh?
To ensure that the world does not fall into chaos, you must carry out your duty, Maiden. If I am consumed by the one-winged Dark Lord, and I become an irregular, you must eliminate me and become a hero of the Ark.
A hero of the Ark. And what about me? What if I become an irregular? Would you do what has to be done, Guillotine?
Of course I would. All extrinsic members must distinguish between professional and personal affairs. I must keep my composure and do what must be done for the sake of the Ark. I will follow the orders that are given to me.
I see.
However, you will not become an irregular.
No one can say that for sure.
No. I'll make sure that it doesn't happen. Even if I have to sacrifice this body, I will make sure you never become an irregular. Maiden, you will not become an irregular.
Guillotine, why are you always willing to do so much for me?
Aw, it's almost enough to get you wet around the eyeballs.
Oh great, the little shits here.
Rust buckets these days. They'll say just about anything, apparently.
Siwan.
You better watch out. How does felt like you dare to look me in the eye? Siwan of the Four Heavenly Kings.
Of all the times to run into one of these guys. We don't have time for this. If this keeps up, Guillotine will.
The armored knight draws his giant sword and slams it into the ground, sending ice shards scattering everywhere. At the same time, a towering wall of ice forms between the armored knight and the rest of the team members.
Commander?
You say yourself, Maiden. Guillotine hasn't become an irregular yet. So, let's take down the final boss together.
But...
I trust your judgment. I'll handle things over here. You go and take down the white Ice Dragon. And then we'll all return together.
All right. I won't let you down.
We're not going back without you, Maiden.
Let's go, Guillotine.
Maiden and Guillotine's footsteps fade into the distance.
Are you sure about this? It seems you're awfully cocky after facing Mustang. But he was the weakest among us. Unlike him, my power level is over 9,000. No, wait, I mean 530,000.
Yep. Maiden pretty much called it.
Do you really think you can take me on by yourself?
I couldn't care less about power levels. It's not every day I get to use the lessons I learned from you.
Huh? What have I taught you?
To hammer down the nail that doesn't know its place. thank you so much for basically giving us a free opportunity to kick Suyan's ass. Commander has left the party. That doesn't look like I can go through yet.
Frigid world. One of foreboding and desolation.
Nope. It's like, I guess I do have to complete the story in order to open up the gateway.
Are you ready to set off on our adventure, partner?
Might as well claim these. Excuse me. Okay, back to story 2.
I can feel it. The call of fate.
Alright, got 5 left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. So, next.
Engaging the enemy.
There we go.
Pitch perfect performance.
The hero, Guillotine, and Maiden arrive at the entrance of the Demon King's castle. Before them stands a towering castle gates, encased in great chunks of ice. Thanks to the help of their companions, their journey is reaching its final stage.
Once we pass through these gates, it's the final boss. Are you ready, Guillotine?
Well,
Lead the way.
Me?
With our current loadout, it makes sense to have you in the front and me in the rear.
Okay. I'll take the lead. Phew.
After nervously staring at the castle gates for a while, Guillotine tightly shuts her eyes and moves forward. When she does, she hits her forehead on a chunk of ice.
Ouch!
You okay, Guillotine?
What is this thing?
She tries again to move forward, but...
Ouch! I think there's been some kind of mistake. How can a hero be unable to even enter the castle? I've never heard of such a thing. What is going on?
Guillotine punches the gate, slashes it with her sword, and charges at it with full force. But nothing she does affects the immovable chunks of ice.
Don't worry, Maiden. If we just keep working at it, surely...
Remember what the village chief said earlier? The entrance to the Demon King's castle only opens for those with the courage to move forward. Guillotine, are you afraid of the white ice dragon that lies beyond these gates?
There's no use trying to hide it. Yes, it's as you say.
I see.
But that doesn't mean we've hit a wall. There must be some other way to enter this place.
Guillotine, you stay here.
What?
You've experienced some very horrifying things, so it's only natural that you're unable to go on. I'm in the same situation myself.
You mean you feel the same way?
Do you remember the last mission that we had together?
I remember. We were tasked with apprehending the Electric Shock Squad, who had orchestrated a terrorist attack inside the Ark and handing them over to the central government.
Yeah. This is a reference to a previous event that got added to the archives, which was Dark Hero, I believe. Yeah, I believe Dark Hero was the name. I'll check in a I'll probably check in a bit, probably after the whole field change happens again. I'll do a quick jump over to the archives, and then I'll basically confirm if that was the name.
That's right. That day, I disobeyed orders and handed Trony over to Elec. You remember what happened then? I was put on indefinite probation for insubordination. As for Trony and Elec, they were handed over to the MMR and had their memories wiped. No longer was I allowed to be an agent for the central government. I ruined everything, and I've been spinning my wheels ever since. So, I decided to blot out the negative experience. To me, that was the only way that I could move forward again. The higher-ups told me that if I had my memory erased, they would let me continue to carry out missions as part of Extrinsic.
What? Maiden, that's...
I will defeat the White Ice Dragon for you. It's time to rid yourself of that which terrifies you. I can help you achieve that. The last thing I want to say is thank you for letting me enjoy such a great adventure.
Maiden passes through the gate and enters the Demon King's castle. Guillotine attempts to follow her, but... as before, the gates do not let her pass. And so, the journey of the hero Guillotine ends here. Guillotine has no idea how the story will continue. She only arrived in front of the Demon King's castle, unable to enter. And so, our poor, pitiable hero was unable to bring the story to a satisfying conclusion, thereby leaving her precious Chloe oh so disappointed. Isn't that right, Guillotine?
So Chloe's narrating.
Why can't I do this? I want closure for this story. But now when I've nearly reached the end, I'm filled with fear.
You're still stuck here? Pathetic.
Ingrid?
Now I wonder if the version of Ingrid that's in here is gonna help Guillotine get through the gateway. Would make sense.
Drop the beat!
Plus, in here, it's not like the central government has any influence as to what's going on.
Perfect performance.
The four heavenly kings didn't even have to do anything. You were destined to fall apart the moment you reached the Demon King's castle. Thanks to you, the Winter's Bane will soon be complete. Because of your inaction, this world will perish. A hero who ended up bringing about an entire apocalypse. How tragic.
No. Maiden said she would defeat the White Ice Dragon. If she does that, the Winter's Bane will also...
Fool! You actually believe Maiden will defeat the White Ice Dragon. As we speak, Laplace is guarding the front of the castle. Maiden doesn't stand a chance against her. She'll never even reach the White Ice Dragon.
But why is Laplace...
After defeating Shifty and challenging the remaining four heavenly kings, Laplace was completely brainwashed by Suen. Since ancient times, heroes have possessed bodies that are nearly invincible. As such, there are only a few means capable of harming such individuals. The hero's sword, the White Ice Dragon's breath, and the lethal eye. to name a precious few. And so, Guillotine, this story will end as a tragedy. By failing to defeat the White Ice Dragon, the Winter's Bane will engulf the world. And Maiden, unable to fulfill her final wish of helping you, will have her memory wiped. For Chloe, for Maiden, and for you, it will be the most tragic possible ending. That is where your story ends. So then, will you remain standing still? Will you not move forward?
Ingrid, I don't know. I'm the one who ruined this story, and I don't know how to rewrite it.
Stop prevaricating and answer my question. I ask you again. Will you stand still? Or will you move forward?
Thank you, Ingrid. Thank you for the reminder. I remember now where I decided to go that day and for what purpose.
Very good. Move forward. Nothing will stop you now.
You're not going to try and stop me?
If Maiden were here, I'm sure she'd say something along the lines of, one of the 4 heavenly kings will inevitably betray the others.
The frozen gate is open, and Maiden has been stopped by the brainwash Laplace. Huh, so that means I should be able to enter in the castle grounds, and I should get those items. Hey, cool.
Are you ready to set off on our adventure, partner? Frigid world, one of foreboding and desolation. I can feel it.
Kind of like a wind-up thing.
A frigid world, one of foreboding and desolation.
It's like a little wind-up version of the Ice Dragon.
I can feel it. The call of fate. Are you ready to set off on our adventure, partner? Are you ready to set off on our adventure, partner?
Cool. Okay, so let's go quickly to those archives I mentioned, just so I can double check that name of the event, because in the update it also got added to the archives.
How do I look? Sexy, perhaps?
Okay, so yeah, here in recollection and archives, it'll be down here near the bottom. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, Dark Hero. It was in this one where that was referenced in that previous cutscene.
How do I look? Sexy, perhaps?
Might as well get some social points here. Out of curiosity, do I have enough for a multi? Oh, I'm too short. 2 points. That's all I need. Just 2 points.
How do I look?
And I'll have exactly enough for a multi. Though, obviously, social points recruits doesn't have as good a drop rate as like ordinary recruit or something, or any other ones. Oh, also off screen, I went to the shop and purchased some more of the pieces for a high quality mold, so I do have enough for at least one. But I'm gonna open that mold along with the other molds when I do my pulls. Speaking of pulls,
Are you ready to set off on our adventure, partner?
I actually have enough gold so I can purchase those 10 advanced recruit vouchers.
Voting and desolation.
So let's go and purchase these. Yoink. Yeah, I'm definitely going to need more so I can get the regular recruit vouchers, as well as this. Let's see, last one left off with... based on challenge mode. Okay, so I've cleared the first 5. You know what? Since I'm here, let's go and purchase... I don't know. Do I want to purchase both bundles? I could. And might as well. They won't expire, so...
I can feel it. The call of fate. Are you ready to set off on our adventure, partner?
Not gonna lie, with the castle beyond the mountain, kind of gives me Castlevania vibes. But yeah, at the time of this recording, the hard mode will unlock in less than 4 days. So, if anything, I can just more or less grind the regular modes, or the regular stages, during that time, and then once hard mode unlocks, then of course we'll get bundles for more of the entries. So, could purchase those, then pretty much blitz through hard mode to get the most cutscene. But, of course, still gotta wait a little under 4 days for hard mode to unlock.
Blizzard.
A blue light shines from the staff in Maiden's hand. Soon, the scattered light in the air turns into dozens of ice crystals. Oh yeah, she's corrupted. And at Maiden's hand gestures, they hurtle toward the enemy. Laplace emits a blinding light, and the ice shards are shot down.
My attacks are completely ineffective. I can't keep this up.
You dare block the path of a hero? I will burn it all!
I'm left with no choice. I have to use the Kododama.
Laplace takes her fist and strikes Maiden in the jaw. How?
You dare block the path of a hero? I will burn it.
Light particles begin to gather in the hand, which has a death grip on Maiden's jaw.
Thankfully, I'm not too late.
Hey, there's the image for story 2. Well, the main menu. Laplace steps back, narrowly avoiding Guillotine's sword strike.
I'll take it from here, Ice Rose. You'll have your moment to shine soon enough.
I can't believe this.
Laplace, long time no see. No need to chit-chat. I, Guillotine de Mephisto, shall once again break the seal of the one-winged Dark Lord that slumbers within my eye.
No! Guillotine, don't!
Run wild, one-winged Dark Lord! Shine, ancient owl!
using extermination.
You dare block the...
And with that, I've proven that I am stronger than the previous hero.
I told you not to use the lethal eye!
Maiden, listen carefully. Do all the duties asked of you. As I said before, once I've been consumed by the one-winged Dark Lord, you must take me down and become the hero of the Ark. I've become an irregular. If you defeat me, you can resume your mission as part of the Extrinsic Squad simulation ending.
Guillotine!
One-winged Dark Lord has been awakened. All willpower is temporarily lost.
Engaging the enemy. Enemy aircraft has been shot down. Performing reload sequence.
Drop the beat! Just time for Noir and Pop!
I was almost thinking we were gonna get to full burst, but nope.
I guess this makes me a good luck charm, doesn't it?
You bet.
Position okay. Starting right away.
I need to protect Block no matter what happens.
That went quicker than the last one.
I may look like a bunny, but I'll take on anyone, anytime, anywhere.
The Extrinsic Squad. Formed to subdue or kill NIKKEs who have become irregulars. Their very existence is classified. As a result, they have never felt a sense of belonging, although they have always longed for such. They have longed for a home where they could form lasting relationships, a place where they could meet others who would accept them as they truly are. The One-Winged Dark Lord has regained its power. The One-Winged Dark Lord has rejected Guillotine's memory. Guillotine grips her head in pain as black smoke wafts out from her body and dissipates.
Guillotine.
Orders are orders. Irregulars must be defeated.
Guillotine swings her sword, sending an energy wave and surging past Maiden's ear and causing a massive explosion behind her. Yeah, that's definitely a cool image. Definitely a thumbnail material. Guillotine rushes through the snow kicked up by the explosion.
All irregulars must be eliminated.
Swords and shields clash again. And again. And again.
if Guillotine becomes an irregular. You are the only NIKKE who can do what must be done. If that situation comes, you will have to kill Guillotine yourself. Will you be able to do that, Maiden?
I'm sorry. Embraced by freezing air. Gets so warm inside. Oh, great Scatty. Cover the enemy in thine breath. Time and dust.
After reciting the incantation while blocking the Von sword strikes, the air begins to freeze.
Irregulars must be eliminated.
Even though the black aura emitting from Guillotine's eyes shatters Maiden's spell, she refuses to let any opportunity slip by.
Guillotine, there's something you forgot.
Maiden's right foot strikes Guillotine in the face, causing her to lose her balance. Maiden then takes her staff and strikes Guillotine in the abdomen.
I'm a battle mage. So now!
Maiden delivers a powerful spin kick that sends Guillotine flying backward.
Please, stop!
So then, would you join my party for an adventure? I want to enter the first dungeon, but no one will join me. Or rather, no one is good enough for me.
Stop!
I've been through hell since I was transported to this world. But looking back, it's been a blast. You guys were right. Adventuring is best done with people you connect with.
Enough!
However, you will not become an irregular. I'll make sure that it doesn't happen. Even if I have to sacrifice this body, I will make sure you never become an irregular.
Stop it!
Oh man, it kinda hurts seeing Maiden cry. Activating the power of the Kodama. The power of the Kodama resonates with the caster's emotions and amplifies them. Time for all except the caster has stopped. Everything stops. Even the snowflakes remain frozen mid-air. In this static world, the only sound that can be heard are Maiden's low sobs.
I'm sorry.
Suddenly, Guillotine's voice echoes from somewhere.
Are you hurt?
Guillotine's voice comes from within the billowing plumes of black smoke.
This is...
As Maiden reaches out her hand, Guillotine's memories unfold before her eyes.
Position okay. Starting right away.
Honestly, I'm hoping by the end of the story, neither of them has to be losing the memories or anything like that.
It's showtime with Noir and Flow. Let's turn it up! I guess this makes me a good luck charm, doesn't it?
Alright, is it gonna be cutscene or another battle?
I'm sorry. Are you hurt?
Oh, so that's Chloe.
You seem quite surprised. I suppose that's to be expected. You just saw the Grim Reaper incarnate. I strike fear in the hearts of NIKKEs. It's natural to be afraid. Just now, I defeated an irregular that wanted to do you harm. I have no intention of harming you, so don't worry.
Wow. What did you just do? You just took down one of Biggo's lackeys with a glance! That was amazing!
It was?
Don't tell me. You have the lethal eye?
Lethal eye? What's that?
There's no need to pretend. I already know that you have the one-winged Dark Lord sealed within you.
The one-winged... what? I'm not entirely sure I follow you, but are you saying that you're not afraid of me?
Afraid? Why would a member of the association fear a threat? You and I are on the same team.
If you say so. Anyway, I'll take you home, so follow me.
Wowie! To think I get to meet the one holding the seal binding the one-winged Dark Lord. This is a day for the history books. Are you going to stand there all day? Come inside.
I only promised to escort you to your house, not go inside.
I've been waiting for this day. The day when the one with the lethal eye would appear. Fate has brought you and me together. Who are we to deny it?
You've been going on about all sorts of weird stuff for a while now. I'm telling you, I'm not the one you're waiting for.
Oh, yes, you are. Whenever I spoke about the one possessing the lethal eye, who sealed away the one-winged Dark Lord and would save us from the Big O. No one believed me. They said I was making it all up and dismissed me entirely. Some of them even hit and bullied me. That's why they took me into the back alley earlier.
What?
I don't want to talk about this anymore. The important thing is that you saved me today. You used your lethal eye to defeat those organization lackeys. All of my waiting, my suffering, has finally paid off. And since you saved me, I can't send you off without thanking you in some way, can I?
If that's what this is about, then I suppose I can come inside.
I knew you'd understand. That's why you're my friend.
I have to ask, have you been bullied this entire time?
Yeah, I have. Everyone else is just jealous of my powers, that's all. I've been able to endure it, because it's all to avoid an even bigger disaster.
Can you do me a favor? For now, don't go talking about this to anyone. Lethal Eye, the one-winged Dark Lord, all that stuff.
Really? Are you sure?
I'm positive. Otherwise, the Big O might find out that you know about them. So for now, only talk about this stuff with me. I'll come here from time to time to listen.
Has it already been a year since we met? You've already surpassed me. You really are amazing.
It's only natural. After all, the one-winged Dark Lord is sealed within this body of mine. Who could possibly defeat me within the virtual combat field?
All right. I shall now pass my title unto you, the Guardian of Balance, the one who observes the world.
Have you seen the Jarhead? Have you not seen my spectacular performance? Am I not worthy of bearing the title Guardian of Balance?
It's Ingrid.
Can you feel it?
Feel what?
The time has come. It is time for me to teach you my hidden technique. Teleportation.
Come again?
Watch and learn carefully. Here goes. L. Telema. Solus.
Chloe dashes forward at full speed.
Wow. You're always teaching me new things.
Guillotine. I could care less if you're muttering strange words. The fact that you've made a friend is already a step in the right direction. However, I thought you said this was urgent. You called me all the way out here for this? I skipped a meeting for this? Go back and submit a report immediately.
Really hit you in the feels.
Yeah, I can feel my blood pumping.
Guillotine, if you're familiar with Volume at all, could you possibly persuade her to sign this document with her real name?
I've told you before. I am the Reaper who leads NIKKEs to death. So long as I possess the lethal eye, I cannot befriend other NIKKEs. It is a most lonely fate indeed. If possible, I would have liked to fight alongside Absolute. They're said to be the strongest squad Elysion has ever formed. They are the guardians of this planet, like the mythological Cerberus guarding the gates of hell. Especially that blue-eyed little devil. Every time I see her, the one-winged Dark Lord sealed within my eye goes into a fit. However, I am glad that I at least have you.
Guillotine, since you've grown accustomed to battles in the virtual combat field, I think it's time to start some new training methods.
Like what?
Just you wait. I'll need a bit of time to prepare, so let's meet here same time tomorrow.
All right, this is exciting.
Actually, I changed my mind. Let's change it to 2 days from now. I forgot that my parents will be home tomorrow. Are you ready?
Phew. Yes, everything is ready.
All right, then I'll install the Soul Transfer Circle.
Chloe draws a magic circle with a red crayon.
Now, Guillotine, place your hand on the Soul Transfer Circle and close your eyes. When you do, your soul will travel to another world. A world under threat from the Big O is calling for you. For Guillotine, the hero.
Damn those Big O scum. Is putting one world in danger not enough for them? All right, there's no time to waste. Chloe, send me to that other world immediately.
All right, then.
Chloe opens her notebook, which is crammed full of pages of her handwriting.
A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away.
Oh. The narration for the very beginning of the event.
There was a fertile land where flowers perennially bloomed in their full glory. The people of the land spent their days breathing in the scent of these flowers, carried by the warm breeze. And they lived happily. Are you ready?
Yes. Send me back to the moment where I join forces with the blue-eyed little devil and hunt down the monsters. To think I'll be able to fight side by side along with the other NIKKEs. The adventures in this world are so much fun.
I'm glad you're enjoying it. It makes all the time it took to prepare it worth it. All right, Guillotine, let's continue our adventure in this other world. Our exploits will one day be recorded in the Ice Dragon Saga.
Title drop.
Actually, I do have a question. Why did you set up the soul transfer circle outside today?
What a silly question. Your soul has now reached the front of the Demon King's castle. Soon, the final battle with the White Ice Dragon will take place. It's only fitting that we have a suitably large stage to match the grandeur of the situation.
Okay, so this must be happening potentially around the same time frame as when Maiden got to the castle. Or at the same time as Maiden and Guillotine got to the castle.
I hadn't thought that far ahead. You're as perspicacious as ever, Chloe.
Come to think of it, Guillotine, before we start the adventure, there's something you should know.
What is it?
Not just anyone can enter the Demon King's castle. The entrance only opens to those with the courage to move forward. Keep that in mind.
Only those with the courage to move forward. I'll remember that.
All right, let's begin the adventure!
Is that Ingrid? Sorry, but I've got to take this call. I'm supposed to go on an adventure. I'm busy. Fine. There's an irregular nearby? Where? Fine, I'll be right over.
What is it?
Chloe, stay somewhere safe. The adventure will have to wait.
On to our next story. A mass shooting took place in the city last night around 9 p.m.
Ah, so this must have led to the corrupted NIKKE that Guillotine failed to stop. So, that conversation with Chloe had to have been pretty much a flashback.
Current reports state that 8 citizens were killed and more than 20 seriously injured. Citizens have gathered at the scene to voice their anger.
Guillotine, Chloe is currently in a coma. She went outside saying she left her notebook, the Ice Dragon Saga, she called it, and got into an accident. I'm sorry to have to tell you this.
Guillotine's memory fragment has surfaced. Memory fragment, huh?
Are you ready to set off on our adventure, partner?
Okay. So these are akin to what happened in Old Tales with Cinderella. But instead of hologram, or instead of the hologram playbacks, we got these crystals. Guess the only ones are up here. So there's these two.
I can feel it. The call of fate.
Are you ready to set off on our adventure, partner?
Interesting.
I can feel it. The call of fate.
Alright, so how many more injuries do I got? I got 10. Okay. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4 more stages of story 2. So let's continue.
I'll share my luck with everyone!
Performing reload.
Drop the beat! Time for no war and stop!
I guess this makes me a good luck charm, doesn't it?
Alright, now for the next stages with cutscenes. Or, at least the next cutscenes anyway.
There you are. Let's go back. Guillotine?
Ingrid, this is because of me. I hesitated, and Chloe got hurt, and people died. I knew that NIKKE was irregular, and anything she said was complete gibberish. I knew that, and yet I still hesitated. Now look at what's happened. Innocent people are dead, and there's panic in the streets. And Chloe, my only friend, was injured, and I'm the one to blame. This is all my fault. All of it.
Guillotine, I told you, it's time to go back.
Go back? Go back to where? To extrinsic? Back to the old routine? I couldn't even complete the one mission assigned to me. I wasn't able to protect the only friend I had left. Now there's nothing left for me. What do I have to go back to?
So then, will you remain standing still? Will you not move forward?
I told you. There's nothing left for me. Where would I go? For what?
Stop prevaricating and answer my question! I ask you again. Will you stand still? Or will you move forward? Because of this incident, the higher-ups have determined that you need backup. They've decided to assign a new recruit to the extrinsic squad. Guillotine, if you're feeling lost and directionless, just make sure the new recruit doesn't suffer through the same things you've had to. Perhaps in doing that, you might find the answers you seek. Also, I'm your superior. Whatever actions you take, I'll bear full responsibility. Don't try to take on every single burden by yourself. How's Maiden doing?
Can I ask you something, Ingrid? Is the way I speak weird? Maiden apparently got fed up with me and ran off.
I believe she just needs some time to get adjusted. And the result?
She passed. Maiden completed the mission on her own. Now she's capable of operating Sans Mi without any issue. Having said that, she's clearly still lacking compared to what I'm capable of. I'm worried.
Yeah, surprising that Maiden actually joined Extrinsic after Guillotine.
What's the matter?
Maiden hasn't come out of her room all day. She seems to be playing some kind of video game. She's not sleeping, that much is for certain. I wonder if she's okay.
This is all your fault for introducing her to bad habits.
My fault? How is it my fault? She was feeling lonely.
I was worried there for a minute.
It's like me was feeling lonely. I was helping her. Can you play me?
Ugh.
Ingrid, are you listening? Ingrid.
What is it this time?
Maiden finally made a friend. Not an online one, but face-to-face. She's been meeting up with them quite often lately.
No wonder I haven't been able to get in touch with her.
I think I know who she's talking about. I think she's referring to Exia, Leg, and the other member, Trophy, I believe is her name.
I must say, though, Guillotine, that you seem a bit sad.
What? Don't be ridiculous. This body of mine is more than capable of carrying the burden of this lonely destiny which has been thrust upon it. I do not need Maiden to bear this suffering. That's precisely the thing I'm designed to prevent.
I think thou doth protest too much.
What did you just say, boss?
Very well. I'll say it again. Orders have been handed down from a high-ranking official in the central government. There are individuals plotting a terrorist attack in the Ark. We are to deploy the extrinsic squad to apprehend the targets as quickly as possible. After which, you are to hand them over to the central government forces under the MMR branch.
Why don't you leave this mission to me? I don't see any reason for Maiden to be involved. I can handle this on my own.
These individuals you speak of, are they really the Electric Shock Squad?
Yes. Your next targets are Elig and Trony.
Yeah. Yeah, this is referring back to Dark Hero, where Maiden was essentially tasked with apprehending Elig and Trony because they were believed to be plotting a terrorist attack on the Ark.
How's Maiden doing?
Ever since she failed her mission, she's been locked up in her room.
I see.
What happens next?
She is prohibited from returning to the extrinsic squad, unless her memory is wiped, per the higher-ups' orders.
So she'll lose all her memories? Ingrid, I have a favor to ask. If you can prevent them from erasing Maiden's memories, I'll carry out all of our future missions on my own. I'll hold myself fully responsible for her actions from here on out. Just please, whatever you do, don't have them wipe her memory.
You say you'll take responsibility for her actions. Do you know the ramifications of what you're saying?
Of course.
Have you found an answer as to where you're going and what you're working towards?
I have, thanks to you.
I understand. Although it will be impossible for her to return to her squad, I'll do what I can to prevent her memories from being erased.
Thank you. And Ingrid, just in case, if an irregular emerges that even I can't handle, would there be a chance that Maiden could be reinstated?
If you were incapable of handling the situation on your own, then yes, there is a high likelihood that could happen.
What about if I become an irregular?
Although I doubt that would happen. If someone with special abilities like you became an irregular, Maiden would be the only one capable of containing you. The top brass would have no choice but to reinstate her. You're not thinking of doing anything rash, are you?
I think she is.
Rash. I may be beyond saving and will fall victim to the winter's bane within my heart, but I can at least prevent the white ice dragon from doing the same to my friend. There's nothing reckless about that, is there?
The memories before Maiden gradually fade. Inside a world where time stands still, Guillotine stands in front of Maiden, staring. That was a weird glitch. What? Disconnected from server. Huh. Hang on a moment, I'm gonna see about getting this fixed.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Alright, we're back. So, for some reason, kind of had a system crash in terms of the game, but we're back. So, let's get back to the upcoming battle, shall we?
Engaging the enemy.
Yeah, that's definitely the first time I ever experienced a weird, like, all of a sudden crash like that for the game.
Time for Noir and Pop! It's showtime with Noir and Pop! Everyone, put your stuff together and slide on the helmet! Pitch perfect performance!
There we go.
Guillotine.
Main moves to approach Guillotine, but then stops.
Wait, what is this?
A status window pops up in between Maiden and Guillotine, separating them. System. End simulation. All progress will be reset. Cancel or confirm.
You must carry out your duty, Maiden. If I am consumed by the one-winged Dark Lord, and I become an irregular, you must eliminate me and become a hero of the Ark.
Yes, you're right. As part of the extrinsic squad, I am duty-bound to defeat you. I must know how to distinguish between professional and personal affairs. I must keep my composure and do what must be done for the sake of the Ark. But...
Oh.
But...
Yeah, that was flashback to Beautiful Shot. And then Dark Hero. But the thing is, yeah, she doesn't want to lose Guillotine.
What is the point of being a hero if it means I can't extend my hand to you? I didn't like you at first. You know that. Whether it was the one-winged Dark Lord or the Lethal Eye, I didn't have a clue what you were talking about half the time. I knew you were doing that to hide the pain inside you. It felt to me that you were pretending not to be lonely. I saw my own weakness reflected in you, and that made me hate you even more. But you were different from me. Even after you'd gone through such a terrifying ordeal, you didn't stop. You came all the way here for my sake, so you must keep going.
Actually, I skipped that part.
You came all the way here for my sake, to save me. I feel such an intense regret at having ever disliked you. So please, I'm asking you, don't stop. Keep going.
Maiden reaches out and presses the cancel button. The status window that had been separating them disappears. Maiden cradles Guillotine's face in her hands.
You're the protagonist of this story. Stop copying the stories you heard from Chloe. Write an ending to this story. Not for me, not for Chloe, for you. Break this curse that the White Ice Dragon has buried deep within your heart. Don't do it for anyone else but yourself. Those who act according to their own beliefs are the true warriors. So Guillotine, now is the time you move forward.
Activating the power of the Kododama. The power of the Kododama resonates with the caster's emotions and amplifies them. Guillotine regains her will. Time starts to flow once again. As has been said before, with overwhelming power comes consequences. And so Maiden collapses into Guillotine's arms upon using the power of the Kododama.
Maiden? Are you all right? Why didn't you defeat me?
Good question. I guess I don't have what it takes to be a secret agent for the central government. Also, you said so yourself. You wanted to enter the first dungeon and continue your adventure. Let's do it as a party. Let's defeat the White Ice Dragon together. After all, an adventure is something you do with those you care about.
The Extrinsic Squad. Born to subdue or kill NIKKEs who have become irregulars. Their very existence is classified. As a result, they have never felt a sense of belonging, although they have always longed for such. They have longed for a home where they could form lasting relationships. A place where they could meet others who would accept them as they truly are. That is why they open their hearts to each other. Maiden has joined the party.
Enemy aircraft confirmed.
Yeah. Definitely a heartfelt moment for sure.
Drop the beat!
Now, if I had to guess, the final boss for Story 2 is probably going to be the Ice Dragon. And if I also had to guess, it's probably going to be the same white Ice Dragon that's going on in the Solo Raid.
I guess this makes me a good luck charm, doesn't it?
Alright, here we go. Stage 12. In the lobby of the Demon King's castle, an old notebook sits on the empty throne. Chloe's notebook?
Is that the Ice Dragon Saga? It's been a while.
I'm willing to bet that opening this notebook will summon the final boss. Guillotine, our strategy hasn't changed.
I take the front, you take the rear. I remember.
Good. Let's do this.
Yes. Let's see the ending to this story.
Guillotine opens the notebook. Warning, the White Ice Dragon has awakened. The Winter's Bane is intensifying.
Let the battle begin!
The White Ice Dragon soars through the Demon King's castle. Blue smoke billowing from its gaping maw.
Maiden, I'm counting on you.
Don't you worry. Just focus on advancing. The head is probably its weak point. Get close and destroy it. I'll draw its attention for you.
Even before Maiden has finished talking, the White Ice Dragon belches its fiery breath. As Maiden blocks the fiery inferno with her magic, Guillotine grips her sword tightly and charges forward. Countless raptors gather, blocking Guillotine's path.
Justice, fallen upon the infallible boundary, appears now as an intangible distortion. Final flame explosion!
Bessie's rocket launcher cuts through the horde.
What an explosion! It's a work of art.
Bestie.
I told you she and I would come along once we were done cleaning up the village.
Volume!
Hey there, hero. I'll cover Maiden and Bestie. Don't worry about things over here. Hey!
The remnants of raptors that managed to survive the initial explosion are decimated by Volume's gunfire. With the support of her party members, Guillotine advances towards the White Ice Dragon. Yeah, this is a great piece of art right here. Like, the artwork that went into this event, really good.
This is the end, White Ice Dragon!
If that commotion near the castle is any indication, I'd say the final battle has begun.
Thank you, Ingrid. I wouldn't have been able to get Volume and Vestige to the castle safely if it weren't for you.
No need to thank me. I've wanted to give Sewin a piece of my mind for some time now.
Oh. So we're in mutual minds there.
What about you? Don't you want to join in? It could very well be the last battle. You've come this far, after all. Are you sure you won't regret it?
It doesn't matter. I'm not the protagonist of this story. I'll leave it to Guillotine and Maiden to write the perfect ending. That warning is... Oh, yep. It's the same boss. So yeah, like I said, pretty much a recolor of... pretty much a recolor / redesign of Nihilister.
showtime with Noir and Blood.
But aside from the slightly different design, there's also different attacks that the boss uses as well. Well, slightly different.
Drop the beat! Time for Noir and Blood! Focus fire! Turn it up! Got to protect my sister!
Nice. With that, the final boss is beat.
It's perfect performance!
The beheaded body of the White Ice Dragon crashes to the ground.
Did we defeat it?
No, don't say that. When you say stuff like that.
Warning, the White Ice Dragon is furious.
That means the second phase isn't far behind.
Well, at least with the bosses that do have a second phase. The scattered remains of the Raptures begin to cling to the White Ice Dragon's body. Another head begins to grow from the initial wound inflicted by Guillotine. Now, fully coated in mechanical armor, the White Ice Dragon soars into the sky once again.
Everyone, prepare for battle. This time, we must defeat this beast once and for all.
No. I'll take care of the White Ice Dragon. I'll be the one who ends this story, if you're all right with that.
Try and end it with a flourish. Then, we'll go back together.
Worry not, Ice Rose. I, Guillotine de Mephisto, will not lose to a creature such as this. I will show you all the finest ending there is. Have at you, Ice Dragon! It's time to bring this saga to a close!
Not quite the same phrasing used in the text here, but I'll take it. Hello? Nope.
You're the protagonist of this story. Don't do it for anyone else but yourself. Those who act according to their own beliefs are the true warriors. So, Guillotine, now is the time you move forward.
Maiden. It's all over.
That was amazing.
Okay, I was not expecting the animated cutscene there. And seeing that is like, that was awesome. Nicely done indeed.
So.
Like, that was an awesome cutscene.
That White Ice Dragon was no match for me.
What are you talking about? You only defeated that thing by the skin of your teeth. If we hadn't arrived when we had, the Winter's Bane would have engulfed the entire world by now.
Well, an adventure is more exciting when it's a close call, don't you think?
You're not wrong. It did make for an enjoyable adventure.
So, is it time to go back now?
Huh? Already? But I haven't received my reward for defeating the final boss yet. I get to marry the commander and live happily ever after. That's the best part! And it hasn't even happened yet.
To be fair, I wouldn't mind. No. It's like, no, man, the best part is now. The blizzard stops and the sun shines in the sky. Starting off in the distant horizon, the simulation begins to crumble. And this is just the beginning.
I see. It's probably better to be marrying you in real life anyhow. I'll head back and file the marriage certificate.
Maiden?
You did well, partner. It's a real relief. Maiden may act a bit strange at times, but she's finally gained the courage to move forward again.
You're right. I'm glad you have the courage. I'm glad that you have the courage to face the future again, Guillotine.
It's a real weight off my shoulders.
I'll head back as well.
I'll be right behind you. Well then, are we the only ones left?
That we are.
I only have one thing to ask you. Was this a good story, Chloe? Or should I say, ink?
Oh, when did you figure out it was me?
How could I, Guillotine de Mephisto, not figure it out? I know full well this isn't reality. That it's a world created inside a simulation.
Then why didn't you exit the simulation sooner? Why go through all this trouble?
Because I wanted a chance to finish the story I couldn't before. I thought hoping for such a perfect ending was asking too much. But here we are. Anyway, Ink, I wanted to thank you, too, for giving me an opportunity to conclude this story.
You want to thank me? Huh? I didn't expect to hear you say that. I'm not entirely sure how to react. I don't know what to do, so I'll end the simulation here. Oh, by the way.
Yes?
If you ask me, I'd say this was a fine story. Goodbye. Simulation clear.
A fraction supporting the hero Guillotine has appeared. The townspeople gathered to enjoy the party. Well, that pretty much concludes story 2. I'll admit, definitely a nice heartfelt ending for sure. Though, not gonna lie, I'd have to say that I got more choked up and emotional with the anniversary event, but this is definitely very close up there in terms of how emotional people can, or how emotional I can feel about it. It's like similar to the anniversary, kind of feeling a bit choked up about how everything went. Though, of course, now I have to wait till hard mode unlocks so I can get that bonus cutscene. There we go. Now we got that lobby reward. Let's see, I don't have enough at the moment to get more recruit vouchers.
Are you ready to set off on our adventure, partner?
Let's see. Okay, so I have 6 entries still. It would be tempting to use them, to potentially get more gold, so I can then get those regular recruit vouchers. But I may hold off on doing that and just hold on to them for now. So with that other fragment, where is it at? Oh, looks like the fragments that were here disappeared. Huh. Well, before we call it here, let's take a look at the minigame.
I can feel it. The call of fate.
A frigid world. One of foreboding and desolation.
Okay, so I have to complete certain things. So I guess 500 meters in total for volume. Obtain 500 gold for Vesti. Earn 10,000 points in a run after meeting the time condition. So playable after the 18th at noon. Okay, so I still gotta wait a while. Yeah, so unfortunately with PC,
The soul of destiny is
I have to use
Demon Lord's castle once
keyboard and spacebar. Whoops.
A strategic retreat to ensure our future progress.
So, whoops. This was my first time acting as a bullet shield. No, I mean, today was the first time my party members and I went out dungeon crawling. Remarkable, we made it without a single one of us falling behind. What's so remarkable about that? We could have progressed even further. If you hadn't insisted on taking the front and then falling into the water. Hey, I've also been meaning to ask you about those wings on your back. Are those just for show or what? What? Decorative? Oh, I've intentionally given myself a handicap. If I were to make these wings operational, I'd be able to clear the dungeon far too easily. I'd completely defeat the purpose of training. She's new to the game. She doesn't know any better. Don't get mad. Huh? You okay, Maiden? I'm fine. Let's just go again. Can we take a short break first? May I remind you who suggested we undergo this training in the first place? Me. That's right. So, let's go. Okay, fine. Are you sure we aren't forgetting anything? Guillotine, don't make me repeat myself. Yeet. Let's go. That includes you too, partner. But I wanted to rest for a little bit. Oh, it's Vesti. I'm here. Sorry for being late. Guillotine? Maiden? Armored Knight? Where did everybody go? I later found out that they went back to the dungeon without me because they were worried it might be too much for me. Aren't they also thoughtful? I'm so glad that I chose the party members that I did,
I can clear this dungeon as many times as needed.
I believe this is supposed to be Darkest Dungeon reference.
Shall I go on a rampage?
Yeah, I think this gameplay is more or less kind of inspired by Frogger. Okay, so if I stay too long in one spot, then I'm at risk of getting hit. Aw, man. Can't go back for that coin. Ooh, that was close. Oh, that's a mimic. Oh, crap. Oh, no. What? That counted, huh?
Strategic retreat to ensure our future progress.
To my adorable staff, Kenny. Have you ever heard of Volume? She's this bard that I met at the association who joined our party. Volume, I've been wanting to ask you something. What is it that you're What is it that you're always drinking during our dungeon crawls? This? Yeah. If you're so curious, why don't you have a sip? You don't mind? Not at all. Alright then, I'll give it a try. Okay, be my guest. Thanks. Oh my, she's taken several sips. It's very refreshing. What's that you're drinking, blue-eyed little devil? It's a confidence-boosting potion. You want to try some too? If you're offering, I'll gladly accept. Oh no. Wow. That really is refreshing. I want to drink another. Potion. Oh no. They're drunk off of potions. Why are those two acting like that? They were curious about my potion, so I let them have a taste. Potion? This isn't a potion. It's alcohol. I knew it. I figured. They're drunk. What are you carrying this around for? You know something, kitty? I can't really put my finger on it, but Volume seems like a real stand-up teammate. Volume's the best.
I can clear this dungeon as many times as needed.
Okay, not gonna lie. The image here pretty much is, I want to say a reference to Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy. So let's see, there's 1, 2, 4, 6. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Okay, so 14 images in total. Okay. Now let's go one more. Oh, okay. So it actually saves progress. You can use the skip feature and start the run from 80 meters. Distance to goal will be adjusted. The adjusted record will not be counted in the challenge progress. And why not? We'll start from the beginning.
Destiny is calling me to the Demon Lord's castle once again.
Dang it. Okay.
Strategic retreat to ensure our future progress.
So falling into the water is probably instantaneous, but when it comes to, I guess enemies, I can take 2 hits. Earlier today, I had an important conversation with my party members. It was about... Everyone, listen carefully. There's an issue that threatens the very existence of our party. What is it? It's that our party doesn't have a proper name. Come on, Maiden. Let's run through the dungeon again. Just the 2 of us. Actually, Commander, I agree with Guillotine on this. Oh? Choosing an official name for our party is of the utmost importance. Frankly, I can't believe that I've overlooked it for so long. I'm ashamed to call myself a gamer. So with that being said, allow me to make a suggestion. The Lonely Winter Crane. Veto. How about this? It's the name of a guild I was once in. Let's photosynthesize? Veto. Who cares about photosynthesis? What about Lonely Winter Slayer? That's way cooler. There's more to a name than simply being cool. It's about how impactful it is. What do you think, Commander? Why not just call ourselves the Hero Party? That's no good. How about we settle with this? How about we settle this with a vote? Fine, you're going down, Guillotine. Fine with me. Bring it on, Ice Rose. Don't tell anyone, kitty. But even after a long time passed, we still hadn't decided on a name for ourselves. Each of the names that had been proposed got a single vote. Isn't that interesting? One vote for Lonely Winter Slayer. One for Let's Photosynthesis, or Photosynthesize. One for the Hero Party. One for Make Some Noise. And one for Everybody Loves Vesti.
Did you see that? This is the power of Guillotine de Mephisto.
Okay, this is straight up a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure reference.
Shall we go on a rampage? Extermination!
Okay. So that's how that works. I meant to go left, not down on the left.
To ensure our future progress.
Oopsie. Oh, that's a cool image. Why is it this time? It's that we still haven't decided how to divvy up the loot. Come on, man. Let's run through the dungeon again. Just the two of us. Similar lines. Again? Deciding how to split the loot amongst ourselves in Let's Photosynthesize is of the utmost importance. Frankly, I can't believe that I've overlooked it for so long. I'm ashamed to call myself a gamer. Well, that's a repeat line. So, how should we split it up? Usually, it's divided equally among all party members. Huh? Equally? Boring. From here on out, make some noise will distribute any and all booty according to individual contributions. Understand? Is that going to work? If we were to do it all that way, or we would do it that way, everyone in the Everybody Loves Vesty party would end up giving me all the loot. Hee. What? No way. Okay, fine. Let's take our share based on what we each contributed. But I don't want to hear any complaints later on. I'm okay with that. Let's do another run through of the dungeon then. Can we rest a little bit first? Oh, okay, let's get a move on. That includes you, partner. Not this again. Sorry, Kate, but you'll have to wait a little longer. I'll buy you a pretty case real soon.
Did you see that? This is the power of Guillotine de Mephisto.
What is that image again? So let's see. Oh, okay. So earn 15,000 in a run. Use the skills 60 times. Obtain 1,250 gold in total. Move 2,000 meters in total. Play as Maiden 5 times. That's for that sticker. Play as Guillotine 5 times, Volume 5 times, Bestie 5 times. Okay. Yeah. Unfortunately, though, that's as big as the image can get. Okay, so here's what I think I'm gonna do. Gonna take a pause on the mini game for now. And what I'm going to do now is essentially kind of call it here for the time being. And more or less when we return, we're gonna potentially do some more of the mini game, or if anything, in the next part, or if anything, next time around, I'll more or less showcase playing through more of the mini game, and then like potentially jump cut to where I've gotten certain images, or images and cutscenes, that kind of stuff. And if anything, actually, now I think about it, is there a way to actually view those cutscenes? Probably not here. Maybe here? Okay, cool. So there is a record of the minigame cutscenes. Okay. But like I said, I'm gonna more or less put a pause on things here, and when we resume with some more NIKKE, we're gonna see about potentially doing some more of the minigame, and we're gonna see about finally doing some pulls on the banners. See what I can get an ordinary recruit, as well as the main banners, being for Maiden, Guillotine, and potentially Ludmilla. So, with that being said, I hope you all have a fantastic day. Take care. Subscribe for more NIKKE, and hey, share some of the videos around. Get them some more views and more watchers. That'd be appreciated. And also, hey, hit the like button if you enjoy the events of what's going on with Ice Dragon Saga, and especially with how the finale went for Story 2. And I'll see you all next time with some more Gods of Victory NIKKE, and potentially the pulls on the banners. Catch you later.